Order your own life first. This is just basic stuff. If you want to change somebody else's life, you have to change your life first, especially if they're people that you have authority over or they're in your bloodline, their family. You can't change family until you change yourself.
Yo, Elliott.
Yo, Elliott, alcoholism is prevalent in the Indian community. I'm going to keep this a short question. How do you support a binge drinker? The person is close to me, and when lockdowns end, I know the pressure will get to this person in my life. Jazz, the first thing I got to say, I'm going to give you a quote from my dad. And it's not his, he didn't make it up, but he says it all the time. He says, don't try to help people that don't want to be helped. That person has to want to be helped. This is why in the Christian faith, Jesus says, repent and then have faith. Because if you don't see that you're wrong, you don't see that you have a problem, you don't realize that you need help, well, then there's no helping you, right? There's no helping you. There's no conversation. We can't have a conversation because you think you're right. You think it's okay. And so I wouldn't go about trying to support somebody that they got it. Right. And a lot of these people like, I don't have a problem. I would watch like these after school shows when I was a kid. Right. After school programs. Right. After school movies like Lifetime movies. And it would, I remember watching one with this kid who was he was an alcoholic and he had some girlfriend who was trying to save him. Right. This old bullshit story. And she would like try to tell him that you need to stop drinking. And he's like, I don't have a problem. And he's like shouting and tossing things around. I don't have a problem. Leave me alone. You know what you do with somebody like that? You leave them alone. You leave them alone. Jesse Lee Peterson likes to say, let them suffer and die. I love J.O.P. J.O.P. over Jordan Peterson. I like Jesse Lee Peterson over Jordan Peterson. Just my opinion. Jesse Lee just says, suffer and die. It's okay. Let them suffer and die, right? You can be there. You can look, and I believe in supernatural power. I believe in supernatural graces. I believe that prayer has value. Include that person in your prayers. Include that person in your deliverance prayers, right? Especially if this is that's a person in your family that maybe you have, you may not have authority over, but you have blood tie relationships to. There's a really good book of deliverance prayers by Father Chad Ripperger called Deliverance Prayers for the Laity. And these prayers have power. These are powerful prayers. And there are prayers to help deliver people from strongholds. I have a few prayers that I pray every single day to remove strongholds from the lives of the people that I love and to keep them at bay, right? We've got to pray for the spiritual protection of the people in our lives. Or we got to pray for the release of spiritual strongholds, demonic strongholds on the lives of people that we care about. So, a lot of times we denigrate prayer like, no, all you could do is pray. All you could do is pray. Not realizing that prayer is, let me give you an example, an analogy, right? Say I'm looking at this light bulb right now. There's this light bulb, and I want to bring light into this room. I want to bring light into this room, and there's this light bulb here. Prayer is like flipping on the switch that allows the energy to go into that light bulb, allows the electricity to go into that light bulb to light it up. It's not the flip itself, right? Like if you just don't know any better, you'd be like, wow, this switch is so powerful. Look at this switch. It made the lights go on. But it's not the switch that makes the light go on. It's the electricity that makes that light bulb go on. Your prayer is like a switch that activates spiritual power, right? You got to understand something. Sometimes people pray in vain and they're like, oh, my prayers mean nothing because they believe in the prayer. But I'm not saying believe in the prayer, believe in the power behind the prayer or the power that you're tapping into through prayer. And if you pray and you pray without ceasing and you pray with faith, and I'm reading another really good book right now about Elijah who prayed that there would be no rain, and it didn't rain for 4 days, for 4 years, something like that. Read about Elijah in the Old Testament. This book was talking about how it's the person behind the prayer that allows the prayer to be powerful. So look at Jazz. Look at your state, right? If you want something good for that person in their life, and you want to put this to test to see if prayer really works, order your own life first. This is just basic stuff. If you want to change somebody else's life, you have to change your life first, especially if they're people that you have authority over, or they're in your bloodline, they're family. You can't change family until you change yourself. And it's not even a matter of changing them, because if you believe in supernatural power and you're trying to do it through prayer, you got to understand that the efficacy of your prayer is based on your state of grace. If you're out of grace because you're sinning yourself, your prayer has less power. I don't say no power, but if you're wondering why my prayers don't work for someone else, you're trying to pray for someone else, you're interceding, that's what you call it, interceding on his behalf. I'm going to intercede on the behalf of my brother who's an alcoholic. You are the mechanism by which that prayer is put forth. You got to be righteous. That's the power behind prayers. Put this to work. Put this to work. If you really and truly want to support this binge drinker, right? If this person is an alcoholic and you really love this person, don't try to change that person. Don't try to change the person. You can make a suggestion. Hey, did you know that alcohol's killing you? Oh, you didn't know that? Let me send you a couple articles just so you know, right? Most people freaking know. You could put it out there. Hey, I'm concerned about you. I just want you to know that I'm praying for you. You could even say that. Hey, I'm concerned about you, and I want you to know that you're in my prayers, because I don't like to see the road that you're going down. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to browbeat you right now, but I want you to know that I'm praying for you, and I hope things work out the best for you. And then legitimately go pray. Get yourself into a state of grace. Get right with God. Stop sinning. And then believe in that prayer. Use deliverance prayers. You can even go on YouTube or Google. Go on Google, Google it up. Deliverance prayer for alcoholism. Deliverance prayers for alcoholism. And you pray for that person to be delivered from that stronghold. So I hope that helps, dude. Done. Yo, it's your bro, Elliott Hulse here. And I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you ought to know that it was a clip from one of my most recent sessions with my King Transformation students, where, among other things, we get together about 4 or 5 hours a week and we speak on things related to becoming kings in our lives. If that sounds like you, you're interested in joining a like-minded group of men who are growing stronger every day in every way in this degenerate age, then it's real simple. Just follow me on Instagram and then DM me the word king, K-I-N-G, and me and my team will get back to you with the details to see if you qualify to join us. I hope to see you at our next meeting. Done.